And welcome! I'm Piano, and you're watching Metroid Prime 3 Detonation. I had the feeling we're gonna make something blow up today. That usually happens when Samus is around. Yeah, we didn't gain a single percentage point yesterday, huh? Well, I guess, like, all we were doing was, like, mission objectives. Alright, let's head in. Let us destroy the seed of corruption. Here we go. So I find myself wondering just what sort of creature this Leviathan's guardian is going to be. Will it be a pirate? Will it be something like Omega Pirate? What's that skittering around on the floor? Now, what are these things? Hello? Why are you so hard to scan? Scritter! Feeds on feeding vermin that usually travel in large groups. They're common vermin that are usually found underground. They tend to nest in dark places and come out only to feed. Their main source of sustenance is Feazon, a weakness pirate slaves use against them. Scritters will often be caught in simple traps set out by the starving pirate slaves who then feed them on the small creatures. But the pirates rarely have the last laugh, as some internal organs of the Scritter will release a toxic fluid when bitten. Those who become violently ill because of this are often said to have a case of the Scritters. Boy, nice place. Anyway, how do I get back up here? One wonders if it's... What is that? Tentacles hide is durable. Scans detect an interior weak point. Use of advanced visor suggested. You don't say. Okay. Right. Okay. The seed's core is contained within this opening. It relies on a corrupted creature for protection. Alright. Who is it? What is it? Let's see. Ridley. Of course it's hecking Ridley again. You know, we already fought you earlier in the game. But I guess you gotta show up to do your proper late game boss thing. Yeah, okay. Omega Ridley. Armored plating protects body, fires plasma attacks from mouth. Revived and regenerated through phase-on exposure, Omega Ridley has been energized to a new combat threat level. Target retains extremely durable phase-on enhanced armor skin as well as protective armored plating. Scans indicate that a recent injury has not fully healed. Expose and target wound to inflict damage. Target will act to protect this vulnerability. Seek ways to stun the enemy and leave it open for deadly attacks. I feel like this is going to be like the Prime 1 Meta Ridley fight. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's just straight from Prime 1. Ooh. Okay, pull it off. And then we probably need Hyper Mode to deal damage to him. Okay. Okay. We are learning. I gotta say, you are much easier to make vulnerable than the last few bosses. But also, like, here's another case of a Leviathan boss being mechanical, because, you know, Omega Ridley is very clearly a cyborg. He very clearly has force field wings and cybernetic body parts. Ow. Yep. Bonk. Yeah, okay, I see the fire in your eyes. Open up. Oh. Hello? What is this? Why is he holding spheres? Phasite armor is now covering cardiac region. Armor is invulnerable, but internal joints seem weak. Ow. Yeah, okay. It's phasite, so this seems like a job for X-ray. Maybe I need to, like, hit him in the mouth first. Yeah, okay. Orbs. What is the purpose of the orbs? Okay, that is the purpose of the orbs. Good to know. I guess that's another thing all the Leviathan bosses have in common, because Majinar had those orbs in its shoulders, Helios was an orb, and now Ridley has orbs. Okay, so these fireballs are like homing, huh? Yes. Ow! Okay. Now we X-ray? Now we X-ray. Got it. Hit your dang shoulders off. Seems like that is lowering his health bar. Kind of surprised since I thought you had to use hyper mode to actually deal damage to Leviathan bosses. You can breathe on me all you want, buddy. Ooh, got a piece off. Okay, I probably have to go for the other shoulder next. Bip, 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 bip. Meow. I'd love to be hitting him with more charge shots if I could, you know, aim them well enough. But sadly I cannot, so beam spam it is. Oh, hey, here we go. Well, there, I got him with a charge shot. Okay, so he's at like about half health. I do wonder what he's gonna do when we actually bust this armor off him, though. Back to previous pattern? Break! It feels weird, fighting him without him doing the flybys, but I guess there just isn't enough room in here for this. I can't believe Ridley is still too big. This is why you don't use charge shots. But okay, there. Armor has been destroyed. Cardiac region is now exposed, vulnerable to phase-on energy. What, can I just hit him anytime now? Where'd he go? Hello? You know, I was just saying, oh, he can't do flybys. Guess I was totally wrong about that. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Okay, is there like a way to force him to land? Or am I just gonna have to aim better? No, okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, okay, this is more like how the 2D Ridley fights go. He doesn't have really a weak point, you just shoot him and hope it works. Gotcha! Don't worry, you'll probably be back for Prime 4. You've died lots of times. But, yeah, corruption is worsening again. Blue veins on her suit look worse. Anyway. Omega Ridley defeated. Here's our last hyper mode upgrade. Hyper Grapple online. Lock on to grapple points with Z to use. Okay, I think this works like grapple voltage. We can like overload them with phase on. Although I guess we can like check the inventory screen just to be sure. The Hyper Grapple enhances your Hyper Mode Grapple Beam with phase on energy. While in Hyper Mode, yeah. While still attached, Siphon Energy and Send Energy. The addition of phase on energy to the Grapple Beam also increases its effectiveness against enemies. Hyper Grapple is the only way to energize objects with phase on energy. Okay. Siphoning doesn't seem to do anything, so I guess we have to overload it. There it is. Once again, we are going to murder you. Yeah, her suit looks much more corrupted now. Concerning. Why are those phase-on tentacles still there?
Samus, you have successfully destroyed the last remaining seed as detected by our systems. The spread of phase-on corruption has been stopped. This is a great day for the Federation. However, there is one more mission to complete. Skytown's Aurora Unit 217 reports that it has discovered the origin of the Leviathan attacks. It appears that this is where Dark Samus and her main pirate force are stationed. Destroying them will require a full-scale attack. Unfortunately, this location is so far away it cannot be reached by conventional space travel. We must instead create a wormhole to reach it. The pirates have constructed a Leviathan battleship, which is in orbit around this planet. If we can board this battleship, we may be able to force it to open a wormhole. Large energy surges consistent with a warp device are traveling between the pirates' planet and the Leviathan battleship. It appears the pirates are using this warp device to link to the ship. We will upload the coordinates of this device to you now.
Okay, sure. Way the heck over here. I think it's past this transit station. So I guess we can, like, land real quick and do that. Because I think that funny phazon growth that needed to be overloaded with phazon energy is hyper-grappleable. Okay, so what's the fastest way over there? I'm not even sure. Okay, let's go to the floor. Okay, this thing is two-way now that it's been activated. Good. Is it me or is the morph ball more corrupted now too? Right, next time we're in the ship, I'll run the corruption scan on Samus. Yeah, this thingy. If you look real closely, you can notice there's like a scar over Samus's eye now. Concerning! Alright. Overload. There. Alright, what the heck is over here? Eh? It's not powered? Terminal is inactive and cannot be used in its current state. And for the transit pathways, connect command center areas. Control terminal activated. Interact with nearby terminals to signal for transit system. Oh, I guess I had to scan that first. Click, click. Alright, so what is this room? This is the room where we board the Leviathan battleship. Okay. How do we do that? Terminal is powering the energy shield covering the transportation portal. Plonk. Power down. What is that hologram? Primary warp system online. Access to orbiting Leviathan granted. Enter hologram to initiate warp. Okay. Yes, I was wrong. They used this animation twice. Very unsettling place. Target appears to be a portion of the Leviathan's core, invulnerable to all weaponry. Leviathan optical organ. Target appears to be sensitive to any type of weapon fire.
Samus,
Leviathan humiliated.
From AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated. We have named this planet Phase.
I'm pretty sure the pirates already did that, but okay. Beep beep.
Samus, it seems command codes are needed to gain control of the Leviathan. We have detected that the abandoned ship Valhalla has not been fully explored. It is possible that it still holds the answer to some mysteries. Return to the Valhalla and search for the command codes.
Alright, so that's what we have to do to get access to Phase. Just get the command code from the Valhalla, and bring it back here. So, we are officially on cleanup now. So I'm thinking, before we go back to the Valhalla, let's pick up everything else first. Because why the heck not? I definitely want to make sure I have every single energy tank available for this. Missile expansions and ship missile expansions aren't really a priority, but I'm going to pick them up anyway, since they were so helpfully pointed out on the map. Speaking of which, I think we can do that for Pirate Homeworld now if we go back to the observatory in Elysia. Anyway, back to the ship, I guess, and then that's probably it for today. How are we on pirate lore, anyway? Because that's going to be something to look out for. 8 of 12, huh? Okay. Alright. That'll probably do it for today, and tomorrow cleanup officially begins. Before we go, though, I do want to run the bioscan. Status corrupted. Phase on level 75%. Oh boy. Well, that's something we can worry about tomorrow. But until then,